Buddha used to tell his students that what we say has much power. He said that our mouth, which we used to speak like the sharpest knife in the world. He also said that the most dangerous weapon in the world is our words. Even though they don't physically hurt people, our words can hurt people emotionally. Our words can be a source of strength, but they can also be a weakness if we don't know when, where, and how much to speak. Speaking kindly and wisely at the right moments can lead to success, but if we speak unkindly or at the wrong times, it can make our lives tough. So, friends, I'll share a story about the importance of staying silent and how it can change your life. This story will help you understand how silence can be powerful. Once in India, a famous Buddhist monk lived deep in the quiet forest, far from the world's noise. He was a very meditative person and was also very famous throughout India. One day, a king approached him and said, "Respected monk, I'm always tired, angry, and frustrated. My mind is very restless, and even though I have all the money, fame, and comforts a person could want, I still don't feel at peace with myself. Oh monk, please help me to get rid of this restless mind." The monk said, "You already hold the answer within you, but you have never discovered it. I want to do an experiment. Would you like to do that experiment after this experiment? There will be no unrest and worry in your life." The king was very upset after hearing all this, but asked the monk to tell him what to do and said, "I am ready to do anything for my peace of mind." Then the monk replied in a calm voice, "For the next 15 days, you will stay in my monastery and live like a normal person for these 15 days. You will sit alone in silence and speak as little as possible." The king agreed to the monk's plan on the first day. He noticed that his mind was more restless than usual. Many questions and thoughts kept popping up, and he felt uneasy living a simple life like everyone else. He really wanted to talk but resisted the urge and stayed completely silent, just sitting quietly. But as the night went on, he began to feel an unexpected sense of calm and happiness. This experience puzzled him because he couldn't understand why his restlessness was fading away. The next day, the king continued to spend time in solitude watching nature, flowers, plants, and birds in the sky. For the first time, he truly appreciated the beauty of nature surrounding him. He could observe and connect with the natural world all around him. The inner restlessness and chaos in his mind slowly went away over the course of 10 days. On the 12th day, he descended into deep meditation as his eyes closed on their own. He closed his eyes and fell into a deep state of meditation, and his mind was worry-free. The king felt a deep sense of inner peace. After 3 days of deep meditation, he went to the Buddhist monk and told him, "Respected monk, I have discovered why my mind was so troubled." The monk asked, "Please share what you've learned." The king replied, "I used to talk too much and spend a lot of energy on people, often thinking negatively about them. This over-talking and negative thinking wasted my time and made my mind unhappy. Disturbed by this behavior, I couldn't do my work well and started failing almost everything. This made me even more unhappy and irritable, ruining my life. But these 15 days changed everything. Now I feel like I'm living life to the fullest, and I realized I was living it wrong before. I also realized we don't have to force meditation. It happens independently." The Buddhist monk told the king that it's not just the king who talks too much. Many people still do it, and it causes problems in their lives. The monk told the king the importance of being silent and told a story about a student who always asked Gautama Buddha why he was so quiet. Buddha replied, "I stay silent to dive deep within myself." Silence is the first step to truly knowing yourself. Self-discovery is impossible, so the first step is to be quiet and only speak when necessary. You'll see that about 90% of the time we talk is useless and causes problems. If people stopped talking so much, about 90% of the problems would go away. When people become quieter, there are fewer fights, less agitation, and fewer arguments. If both people learn to stay silent, many problems in the world could be avoided. Knowing the importance of silence makes you feel at peace even in a crowded place. Being alone can be like heaven, and being with others can sometimes make you uncomfortable. It's important to start by finding peace within yourself and being open to silence, allowing your inner energy to flow. Invite your thoughts to settle down if you wake up and feel disturbed by the presence of others. It's a good idea to close your eyes and reconnect with your inner self. You'll find a sense of freshness inside yourself, because that's where your life originates. It's not in anyone else. It comes from the same source as you. When no one else can take you within, you must go there yourself, so look inward, because you are the ultimate ruler of your inner world. That's where life begins, and that's where happiness is born. When you look inside yourself, you'll encounter the depths of life and even touch upon the notion of death. This inner journey is like watching your own life go through ups and downs, like the sun rising and setting. Every time you take this inner journey and come back, you'll feel refreshed. It's like you feel cool after a nice bath. In the same way, when someone takes time to be quiet and reflect on their thoughts, they often feel more peaceful and happy afterward. When you really connect with your inner self, you'll find that talking doesn't make your mind feel upset. Instead, there's a constant feeling of calmness inside you. You can talk and still remain connected to your inner self. You can use words without breaking your inner peace. When you do this, your words will have a beautiful quality like music, and everything will be in harmony. Speaking this way will touch others deeply. When you maintain inner silence, you start to tap into a strong inner strength and break free from societal pressures. You'll find a special joy in life similar to the joy of those who passionately follow their dreams. Your face will look brighter, and your eyes will have a different kind of light as you dive into the ocean of peace that never ends. Friends, you may have noticed that talking too much doesn't calm us down. It makes it hard to keep our minds on one thing. When people talk too much, focusing on one thing at a time is easier. This means they can't give their goals their full attention and often miss out on knowing the true meaning of life, which makes it harder for them to achieve their goals. Also, you may have noticed that people make fun of people who talk too much, while people who speak less and stick to their words earn respect. This is because people tend to listen to and believe what someone says. However, someone whose mind is troubled will usually have a hard time succeeding because they don't care about their work. Natural intelligence lies in knowing when, where, and what to say, and people who learn this skill tend to do well in many situations. A person who doesn't talk as much gets more attention and usually does well in many pursuits. It's interesting to note that successful people use few words and think carefully about what they say, which helps them be successful. On the other hand, many people talk too much, often lie, and spread bad things about others, which can hurt relationships and reputations. This is why people close to them often try to avoid and stay away from them. A lot of old writings from different cultures talk about how the words we use show what we believe and value. As we come to the end of this Zen journey, I want to encourage you to spend at least 20 minutes a day by yourself. Being quiet can help you become more patient, which in turn can help you become more aware. Meditation can also help you understand yourself better. If you found this story inspiring, please help us by clicking the like button, sharing it with your friends, and leaving a comment below with your thoughts or any Zen stories you'd like to hear next. For more moments of inspiration and peace, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Your participation fuels our journey. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom and enlightenment with us.